Good morning, everyone. This is Mr. Barth. I'm going to do a quick go over of last night's homework. Please watch carefully, check your answers against what I have here, and also please check your technique. All right. We had 10 problems. Some of these are pretty quick, so I'm going to go fairly quickly. You can stop the video or re-watch it if you miss one. All right, here goes. Number one. Now, on all of these, I'm going to keep in mind that I'm doing PEMDAS, every single one of them, okay? All right, so the first one, I have no parentheses, no exponents, one multiplication and division. I like to underline what I'm doing, or the step that I'm doing. So I do 7 times 3 first, that's 21. Bring down the 2. I have no more multiplications and divisions. I only have addition and subtraction. 2 plus 21 is 23. Done. Okay, here's number 2. A little longer. No parentheses, no exponents, one multiplication and division. Okay, so I'm going right to that. 2 times 3 is 6. Bring down everything else. Okay, I have no multiplications and divisions left. Now I'm on my addition and subtraction step. All right, and I can go straight across now because I have all additions and subtractions, and I just go from left to right. Okay, now I could just do 10 minus 6, but please keep in mind that this is really 10 plus negative 6, and now I have all additions. I can do them in any order I'd like. Okay, but I'll just go from left to right for the sake of ease. 10 plus negative 6, when I add a positive to a negative, I subtract. 10 minus 6 is 4. I keep the sign of the larger one. Bring everything else down. 4 plus 5 is 9. Done. Okay. Number 3. All right. I have no parentheses. I have no exponents. I have, looks like all multiplications and divisions. So I'm just going to go from left to right, one step at a time. Now I like to underline the step that I'm doing, but I do know some people that sort of go like this. Make a little V to let you know what step or what operation they did on that particular step. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Bring everything else down. Oops. All right, next step. I'm still going from left to right here. 5 times 4 is 20. Bring everything else down. And 20 divided by 2 is 10. I'm done. Next, 4. I don't have any parentheses, I have no exponents, and I don't even have any multiplications or divisions. So I'm just going to go from left to right. 25 minus 10 is 15, plus 3 minus 8. 15 plus 3 is 18, minus 8, and 18 minus 8 is 10. Next. All right. Now, this time I have some parentheses, so I have to do that first. I must do what's here first. So I'm going to do 21 divided by 7. That's 3. And then I'm just left with my last multiplication. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. Done. All right, this one looks like a longer one. I got 2 parentheses here. I can do them at the same time because they don't overlap. So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to do 6 times 2 is 12. And I'm going to do this one. This one's a little bit more complicated. I have to follow the order of operations inside the parentheses as well. So I can't do the 40 minus 4 first because PEMDAS, I'll write it again, forces me to do the multiplication first. So inside here, this is really 20. And 40 minus 20 is 20. So I'm going to bring down everything else. So let's write that a little neater. I have 12 in the first parentheses plus 8 minus 20. All right, now I have all additions and subtractions. I'm just going to go from left to right. 12 plus 8 is 20, minus 20, and 20 minus 20 is obviously 0. All right, number 7. All right, we got multiple sets of grouping symbols. All right, I have the parentheses, which are the curved ones, and I have the brackets, which are the squared off ones. Anyone who didn't catch it yesterday, There are also another group called braces that look like this. And there are quite a few other grouping symbols that we will run into in our math travels. We've already run into absolute value this year. Those can be treated as parentheses. There's also square root. Okay, the radical symbol acts as a parenthetic expression, as well as the division bar. Okay, whereas if you had some expression on the top and some expression on the bottom, you would have to do this one up here and then this one up here and then do the division. Those are all grouping symbols that you will run into. All right, in any case, in this one, when I have embedded or nested grouping symbols, these are called nested because they're inside each other, okay? I have to do the inside ones first. So I'm going to do 14 divided by 7, that's 2, okay? Bring down everything else. And then 2 times 2 is 4. I'm still doing all my parentheses first, okay? And I'm left with 4 minus 3, and that's 1. Okay. All right, and this is the first one we had that had some exponents here. So I have 2 to the third. Please keep in mind, you have to stay focused on these. It's a quick way to drive your math teacher crazy if you write 2 to the third is 6. Don't just think to yourself, hey, it's 2 times 3. Yes, is there multiplication involved? Absolutely. However, if I wanted to write 2 times 3, I would have written 2 times 3. What I want is 2 to the third. That means 3 groups of 2 being multiplied. It's the same thing as this. 2 times 2 times 2 plus 9 minus, and this is the same thing as 2 groups of 4 being multiplied. These two are the same. Now this step is optional, okay? If you can figure out what these are, 2 to the third is actually 8, because that's 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, plus 9, and 4 to the second is 16, okay? And if I'm still following along with PEMDAS, as I always will, I'm going to do, I have no parentheses, exponents, I have no more multiplications or divisions, I have only additions and subtractions, so I'm going to go from left to right. 8 plus 9 is 17, minus 16, and 17 minus 16 is 1, and I'm done. All right. 2 more. All right. Let's make sure I can see that. All right. 36 minus 1 times 4 squared plus 5. I have no parentheses. I do have exponents. 4 squared is 16. I'm going to bring everything else down. All right. Now I'm done with my exponents, multiplications and divisions. I only have 1. It's this right here. Okay, and 1 times 16 is 16. That was easy. Now I'm left with additions and subtractions. I'm just going to go from left to right. 36 minus 16 is 20, plus 5, that's 25. Did I fit it in? Did. All right. Now, last one. I have parentheses. I'm going to do that first. 40 minus 15 is 25, plus 3 to the third. Now I am looking at my exponents. Again, 3 to the third. Please, again, if you're looking to drive your math teacher crazy, put 9. Okay? If you're looking to get it right, think this is 3 times 3 times 3. That's not 9. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Bring everything else down. I have no multiplications or divisions. I have only an addition left. So I'm going to add those together and get 52. Hopefully you got most of those right. If not, please correct your answers, find your mistakes, and please note the organization on the page, okay? All of these come in this V-shaped resolution, okay? All of them look like that. It's this little pizza shape. Okay, and notice there is not a single equal sign on the page because we are not solving anything, we are evaluating these. We're simplifying expressions and they do not have equal signs in them. Thanks for watching.